Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unravel the complex world of business one filing at a time. And today we're looking at KKR Private Equity Conglomerate LLC to see if the numbers are as private as their deals. So, KKR Private Equity Conglomerate LLC has just put out a report that details some unregistered sales of their equity securities. Think of it as them selling pieces of their company to investors, but not in the usual way you might buy stocks on the open market. We're going to dig into what exactly they sold, how much they made, and what this all means for the company and its big private equity picture. And if you like getting these kinds of plain English breakdowns of important financial news, make sure you are subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where we discuss these things further. Alright, so what we're looking at here is a filing from KKR Private Equity Conglomerate LLC, and it is talking about sales of their shares that were not registered with the main financial watchdogs. This usually happens when companies are raising money directly from specific investors, often larger ones or those in international markets, and they are exempt from the full registration process. Let's see what KKR has been up to in this regard. In early October 2025, KKR Private Equity Conglomerate LLC sold quite a few different classes of shares to investors. Let's break down the big numbers. Most notably, they sold over 5.5 million Class U shares, which brought in almost $180 million. They also sold over 4.4 million Class I shares, raising another significant chunk of about $146 million. Then there were smaller amounts for Class D and Class S shares. In total, these unregistered sales for just this period added up to a massive $345 million. This $345 million is the total cash they received from these sales. It is important to note that these share and dollar amounts are rounded, but you get the idea. This is some serious money being raised from investors. So why were these sales not registered? The filing tells us it was all done under specific exemptions provided by the Securities Act. Section 4, Add 2 and regulations like Regulation D and Regulation S allow for these kinds of private placements. Basically, it means they sold these shares directly to sophisticated investors, like accredited investors who meet certain income or net worth requirements, and also to investors outside the United States, meaning they did not have to go through the lengthy and costly process of registering every single share with the government. This is a common strategy for private equity firms to raise capital quickly. Now let's zoom out a bit. This isn't just about isolated sales. KKR has what they call the Private Equity K-Series platform. This is where they acquire stakes in different companies, and they do this alongside other investment vehicles managed by KKR, often located outside the United States. These vehicles share similar goals and strategies. Back on the 1st of October 2025, this entire platform sold interest for a huge $526 million in cash. And since this platform started, it has collectively raised an astonishing $13.6 billion. That is a massive amount of capital being put to work. The report itself is dated the 24th of October 2025. This means the information within it reflects events that happened up to or around that date. The actual sales we discussed happened a bit earlier in October, with the final numbers being confirmed on the 21st, but the filing is signed off a few days later. So, what is the story here? KKR Private Equity Conglomerate LLC is actively raising substantial amounts of capital through private sales. This $345 million inflow from unregistered sales and the much larger ongoing fundraising through their Private Equity K-Series platform, totaling over $13 billion. Shows they are very busy deploying capital and bringing investors into their funds. Looking at the broader picture, KKR is one of the giants in the private equity world. They manage a vast amount of money across different strategies, and raising capital like this is their bread and butter. This filing highlights their efficiency in bringing in funds from a diverse set of investors, both in the US and internationally, without the burdens of a public stock offering for these specific transactions. The fact that they are raising billions through their platform indicates a strong investor appetite for their strategies. Now, for my take on this, KKR is doing exactly what a world-class private equity firm is supposed to do: raise and deploy massive amounts of capital. The unregistered sales are a testament to their ability to attract sophisticated investors who trust their track record and strategies. While the numbers themselves are impressive, it is the sheer scale of capital flowing through their platforms that really tells the story. This indicates KKR's continued strength and influence in the investment landscape. There aren't immediate red flags here. It is more of a confirmation of their ongoing business model. The main risk for investors is always the underlying performance of the portfolio companies these funds invest in, which isn't detailed in this specific filing, but is the core of KKR's business. Alright, that is our lightning fast decode of this KKR filing. What is your take on these capital raising activities and what they signal for KKR's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more straight up insights into the corporate world. Don't forget to check out our Discord community linked in the description for more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching. See you next time.